Hey everyone, and welcome back to our series of devotionals. I hope you're all well, safe, and healthy at this time. Before we get started with our devotional, I have three quick announcements. One, be sure to tune in to our online live youth meeting on Wednesday night at 5 o'clock. It's going to be an awesome time. We have a great game planned, we have a great discussion, and I would love to see as many of your beautiful faces there. I really hope to see each and every one of you and that you're having a great time. Secondly, please look on the Instagram and Facebook pages tomorrow for our Instagram and Facebook challenge. It is a picture challenge where you'll have to be taking pictures of yourself with different things around you in the room. And the winner who gets the most pictures with the most points, that'll make sense when you see the post, gets a Sonic gift card. We're going to do this a couple times throughout what we're doing, throughout this time that we're unable to gather together. So please stay tuned to that. You won't want to miss it. Have a great time with it, and I hope you enjoy. And then lastly, please look to our Facebook post today. We are encouraging everyone, especially on Good Friday and Easter, to have a painted, colored, or drawn cross on display in their windows, just so we can unify together as Christians as we celebrate the good news and the light of Christ's death and resurrection as we celebrate Easter in just a little under 2 weeks here. So please stay tuned for that. Please participate, and I love to see all of you involved. So here we go with our devotion, and I hope you enjoy. So this week's devotion is called Beautiful Art Comes from Light and Darkness. And we have two scriptures for you today. The first one is from John chapter 1, verse 5, and it goes, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." And our second scripture is from Isaiah chapter 43, verse 2, and it's this: "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you." Here we go. When I first found my love for painting and art, which I love to do by the way, I discovered something so simple that I couldn't believe I'd missed it before. That the darkness in a painting almost always needed some form of light to make it complete. And as I thought of this, I remember the Polaroid pictures that my parents loved and that captured some of the great memories for my family. And the thing that I always loved about these types of pictures was that you could take the picture and then hold a physical copy of it within minutes. And now in a digital world that I grew up in, this was something that I found to be amazing. I could hold it in my hand. But the thing that shook me about it too, and the thing that shocked me, is that it took a short while for the picture to develop because it needed light to do so. And sometimes in a rush to get the picture to develop quicker, the darkness of the picture, well, my parents would shake it like crazy just because they wanted it to develop. They wanted it instantly. But that never worked for it to develop any faster. The darkness of the picture needed light for everything to come into focus. And currently, as we are in a time that has darkness kind of all over it, perhaps we need some light to shine on it. And I believe that light is already shining, and that light will never go out. But the thing is, just like the Polaroid, a lot of times things take time. We may live in a time that appears dark, dreary, and confusing, but there is a light shining. In this dark time, it can be tempted to shake the image to hope things speed up and go away sooner. We might start to get restless, go stir crazy as we wait to hear the good news. I know I'm going stir crazy and I'm still working almost every day. Can't imagine what it's like for people who don't have that. As we wait to hear the good news that we can once again gather, go out to eat, and have our normal lives back, it's going to be difficult. We want it to happen now. We want it to happen sooner rather than later. And that's okay. I want that too. We all need that. But I promise you that there is a light shining. And darkness makes things easier to hide. It tempts us to hide how we're truly feeling, how we're truly doing, and makes us feel like we have to pretend we have everything together. Yet, in the words of Bob Goff, someone who I love and love to read, God sees you at your worst, knows life happens to you, and life gives us scars. But God is still nuts for you. Even when we pass through the waters and we feel like we can no longer hang on, having to put on a smile for social media, for our friends, for our loved ones, God is still crazy about you. Being honest in dark times can be difficult and scary for good reasons. Yet if we truly want to see the picture in all of its splendor, and if we truly want people to believe us, we must be honest about our own doubts, scars, and questions. And even then, sometimes it feels like we're facing a mountain, and no matter how much we ask God to move that mountain for us, it refuses to move. Or it feels like we're in the middle of rushing waters that are overwhelming us. But God promises us that the darkness will not overcome the light, and that the waters will not sweep over you. Because even in these times, with church doors closing so we cannot gather together physically, we have an opportunity to allow the light to shine in the darkest of places. We have the opportunity to embrace the light even more and let it shine through us, so that not only our darkness fades into beauty, but so does that of our country, of our community, and of that of our neighbor. God sees the darkness that is going on, and he's not absent. God sees the darkness and brokenness in you and is not absent. In the dark time where COVID-19 causes shutdowns, unemployment, canceling of sports, of schools, and things we love to do, the light is still shining, never ceasing and never dimming. The waters will not sweep over you because you are held firm by the hand of our great God. We may be facing a mountain, but maybe instead of asking God to move our mountain, we should start telling this mountain about our God. Tell the mountain about the light of our God. Show the mountain the light of our God. For the light will not be overcome by the darkness, especially the darkness that is COVID-19. And instead of the light of God will continue to shine as we become the light and we go shine in the darkest places of not only our own lives, but of that of others. The darkness will not prevail. The darkness will pass, and we will persevere as we will once again be able to see the beauty through the darkness. The light will make everything come into focus and will develop a beautiful picture. God is at work. God's not absent. His light is still shining. And somehow, we may find beauty in whatever it is. Because God's light brings beauty, even to the darkest places of our lives and of our hearts. So my question as we finish today is, what dark places is God shining a light into now? And how can we shine God's light in this time?